What is going on, you guys? I'm back with another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Leader Class Onyx Prime. So before we get to the figure, let's go over the packaging. So here you have your Age of the Primes packaging with that nice artwork of Onyx Prime in his robot mode and in his Centaur mode. He is Onyx Prime. On this side of the box you have Onyx Prime in his Beast mode. And then on this side, you have Pantheon with Onyx, Amalgamus, and Quintus Prime. On the back, you have your obligatory product shots of Robot Mode, Centaur Mode, and Beast Mode, and the product or obligatory product shot of the Relic. Well, that is it for the box. In the box, you do get his tail, the other end of the spear, and the triptych mask. And for those who are unaware, the triptych mask is Onyx's relic, which has 3 or 4 different properties. One part of the mask allows him to view the sparks of the dead. One allows him to look into the future, and then the what does the third one do? Souls of the dead, or watch. He can look at their sparks into the future. And I don't remember what the third one does, but you got it here. His logo is printed on the accessory. Hold on. Let's see if I can zoom in. There you go. There's his symbol. And then this can just plug in here via 5mm peg. And then you got the actual triptych mask staff. So, let's bring in Onyx Prime in his Beast mode. Now, Onyx Prime is the first Prime to transform into a Beast. So, this is what birthed the Maximals, the Predacons, essentially, or any other just Beast-related Transformers, excluding the Dinobots. So, he is this 6-legged griffin thing. I think he's a griffin. I don't know. Let's get a close-up look at his Beast head sculpt. Very nice head sculpt with the brown and the gold and the silver. Now, in the instructions, they do advertise that the Beast mode has 2 configurations. You have his 6-legged Beast mode, and he has a 4-legged mode, but we will cover 4-legged mode in a little bit. So, articulation-wise, the head's on a ball joint, and there's also a joint here, so the head can slightly move side to side. The mouth can open, so he's got, like, vomit mouth. The front arms can move forward on this joint, can move forward on this joint, bicep bend, and foot rotation. For this leg, can go forward and back, in and out. Thigh rotation. This leg is on a double jointed knee, and the hoof can move. And then this leg can go back, in and out, thigh rotation, and also double jointed knees and ankle tilt. So you can get into some. You could try to get into some cool poses with him in this mode. I'm going to attempt something right now. Like so. I'm not the greatest at posing, especially when it comes to Beast formers, so forgive me. And then to store the weapons on this mode, let me straighten back out. Also articulation. The wings can hinge up and down, can hinge inward and outward, and this part can hinge up and down. So the wings can get pretty posable. If you want to pose him with his wings rotated in and down, you can do so. Now the tail you can plug in here. You gotta lift this up, and this peg will go up here under his butt flap, so you can store his tail like so. And then you can store the spear here on the wing like so. But yeah. Oh. That is the 6-legged beast mode. Now, let's just grab a couple bots in for comparison so you can see how he scales with other bots in this mode. Let's bring in my Cronus, the figure, and the Apex armor. You can see how they look together. Here's Solus. Here's Alpha Trion. And Megatronus. See how they look. Okay, so now we will get into his 4-legged beast mode. Now, essentially what you're going to do is just, you're not really changing anything. You're just putting his centaur legs, because these are his legs for his centaur mode, and you're going to store them away as if you were going back into robot mode. So, and here you have his 4-legged beast mode. And, yeah. He does look a little bit better in this configuration than he does with the 6-legged configuration. You're just using... Now he definitely reminds me more of a griffin kind of a beast mode. I do want to point out, though, when you are transforming this, there is... oh, wait. On his leg, there is this spike, and you have what looks like... You're supposed to put the leg in here, in that indent. But if you do that while you're transforming him, using the arm joint is a little hard to do. So what I suggest doing is when you're putting the leg in away for robot mode, make sure it goes past this point and goes over here. So that way it locks in like so. Then let's extend his wings back out. And yeah. So that is his beast mode. Okay, so now we're going to take Onyx and we're going to go into his centaur mode. Alright, so here we are with Onyx Prime in his centaur mode. And this is really interesting. I mean, it's more or less his robot mode, but it's still hunched over. So, oh yeah, I forgot to, yeah. So, he looks a little weird in this mode. This is the mode I think I would leave him in the most, but I don't know. I like his robot mode, I think, the best. Let's get a close-up look at Onyx's head sculpt when he's in centaur mode. Let me get the light over and zoom in. So we have raise up a little bit, just so you can see this a little better. Done in a nice brown with the this part of the mask sitting over his face, giving him like a bird-like warrior-looking face. So, yeah. Articulation-wise, in this mode, the head can rotate. It's on a ball joint. Arms can do a full 360. Shoulder pads can get out of the way. You got in and out movement, bicep rotation, ratcheted elbow movement, rotation at the wrist, and opening fingers. The front legs, if you move this, can go forward and back and in and out. Thigh rotation. You've got a double jointed knee, plus a hoof bend. Well, you can definitely get some like, mighty centaur poses with this guy if you wanted to. And then the back legs, go back, side swivel, and the same double jointed thing that you had in beast mode. And the wings don't change in this mode. So, there is that. Now, to arm him up with the weapons in this mode. Well, you want to take the tail, and you want to split it open. Now, I initially thought you used this peg here on the back for the arrow mode. No, you use the tab here from tail mode. And you plug it into the port here in his hand. That way, take off the triptych mask, plug this in to the port here on the bow. And there, Onyx has got a bow and arrow while in beast mode, which is really cool. I think you're supposed to use... Yeah. You're supposed to... Hold on. Let me switch that. You're supposed to use the triptych mask as the bow, the arrowhead. I'm going to try recreate the pose from the box. You can elongate the wings. Boom. And you guys can't see none of that. There. Now you can have Onyx. He's going to shoot somebody with an arrow. And that looks really cool. Oh, let's take this out of his hand. I'm going to leave the arrow sheath for now. Or the quiver. I think that's what it's called. And you can still... Well, you can actually slide this into his hand. So it could be his staff. For comparisons in this mode, I'm just going to do a couple. Here's Solus. And Prima. So now, let's go to his main robot mode. Here is Onyx Prime in his robot mode. And he looks really good in this mode. In this mode, his robot mode's kind of got a satyr look to it with the goat legs. But, yeah. So the only thing I'm going to show off here that I haven't done transformation-wise is when you're in robot mode, you're going to take the jaw and the head and you're going to push down. And then the face is going to click open, and that is Onyx Prime's actual face under the mask. So speaking of the head, let's get a close-up look at his robot mode head sculpt. Very nice. Very nice looking face underneath that mask. Oh, articulation-wise is essentially the same. Nothing changes here except now you have a waist rotation. So everything in this mode is exactly the same that it was in beast mode. So, yeah. Now we can take the tail if you don't want him to hold the tail in his hand like the arrow. You're going to take this tab and you're going to plug it into the port on the robot mode. But, so now he has his tail. Which I think, does the box? Yes, the box advertises that too. And then you can just give him the triptych mask as an accessory. Or you can use the tabs on the staff to have him hold it. But I prefer to have him hold it like a staff. And then you can flail the wings however you want. I'm just going to do it here for the video. Let's get him standing. Well, now, for comparison in robot mode, we're going to go from Prime to Prime. So, we have got my Cronus Prime and the Apex armor. So you can see how the smallest member of the primes versus, I think, the largest of the Voyager, or of the deluxe to the leader class primes. That he is the tallest of the primes. We then have Solus Prime. We have Alchemist. We have Alpha Trion. We have Prima. We have Vector Prime with the DNA upgrade kit. And finally, with Megatronus. And now you can see, I think he is taller than Megatronus. Does it help? This is in the way. Yeah, he's taller than Megatronus. Oh, there's that. And now, let's show off all of the relics thus far in the Age of the Primes toy line that are in my possession. Oh, we have the Triptych Mask. I can get it to stand up, which I'm not going to be able to. The Triptych Mask. The Ember Stone. Or the Chimera Stone. We have the Covenant and the Quill. We have the lenses. The Forge of Solus Prime. The Requiem Blaster. And the Star Saber and the Creation Matrix. So we are getting there with the relics of the primes. It is really nice to have a big collection of all these weapons. So, overall, what do I think of Leader Class Onyx Prime? I think he's really cool. I think this is a really cool Prime. It's awesome to have another Prime in my collection, to have more of the 13, to have the most, or the big teddy bear of the group. He is the one that doesn't get involved. He is the big pacifist of the group. He would rather not fight than anything. He is the big softy of the primes. And I just think overall, Onyx is an awesome figure. You guys really should be looking out for him right now. Get the primes while they're out, because I don't know when Hasbro's going to repaint these guys into anything else down the road. It's just really cool to finally be getting more and more of these guys. And this is the last prime that is coming out right now until Wave 1 next year with Amalgamus and Quintus. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. This has been the review of the Transformers Age of the Primes Leader Class Onyx Prime. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys later.